Hello and welcome everybody to a wonderful Empowerment Tuesday. I am so excited to be your host tonight. My name is Adrianne Carbonell and I am chiming in all the way from Austin, Texas. And so I'm excited you guys are all here. I we have a kind of an exciting subject to discuss tonight because a lot of you guys who are on here have already said yes to the world of three. I personally have been in network marketing for over 16 years full time. I love this profession. I love this industry and I love Three International. I absolutely did not want to miss out on being a part of this launch of this company and this opportunity to build global distribution centers all over the world, making a difference in people's everyday life. And my mission is to help Three really to be a household name. And so I'm excited because I have one of my dear friends and business partners on with me tonight. And I've picked a subject that I felt she is going to be able to knock it out of the park because this incredible woman, Nicole has been in sales for over 30 years. She's been in sales for over 30 years. She's an incredible mommy to two beautiful boys. Her background is in pharmaceutical sales as well, but she also has a story. She said yes to this profession for a very specific reason. And so I've invited her on here to be with me tonight so we can have a really fun back and forth discussion about what it really takes to be successful in this industry and what does it mean to really quote, I guess, sell with class. And there's nobody who knows how to do that better than Miss Nicole Barone. So Nicole, are you there?
I am here, Adrian. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here tonight. Thank you so much.
Well, I am honored to have you on, and truly, you are such a rock star. And I think that your success in network marketing, it's shorter and it pales in comparison to how many years you've actually had in traditional sales. And network marketing is a little bit of a different animal. Certainly, Three offers a unique proposition that most network marketing companies don't either. But I want to hear from your words, like just start from the beginning. When did you start learning sales and proper sales technique, Nicole?
Oh my gosh, Adrian, that's so funny. Thinking back about that, well, gosh, I think it was probably as a young age, right? We're always like trying to get something from someone, right? Trying to get your parents to take you to the playground, trying to get some candy at the store, right? You know, but no, honestly, like after college, I got into sales, kind of happenstance. I got into yellow page sales, which is kind of really unique in that it was a commission only position, and I had interviewed for a completely different job in that company, and they go, you're going to go in the sales training program starting tomorrow, and I was like, oh, I am. So I really went through kind of what I call like the school of hard knocks, and started learning sales, which was really great. And I really loved learning from people, right? And I was young and eager and excited to just learn. And that was really fun. And then that kind of forwarded me into an opportunity to do really well in sales. I had gone to another company. I went and worked for the Hertz Corporation, which was actually a really great company, and worked in Manhattan and called on very large businesses, banks, and financial institutions in lower Manhattan. And then someone said, you should take a look at pharmaceutical sales and kind of jump into that realm. So that brought me into, kind of the corporate background, if you will, of what I did. So it's really wild how long I've been doing it. And but more importantly, when I left pharmaceuticals, I was really amazed about how what this brought to it, network marketing. And you said it so well, like it's different, but it's also connecting and helping people to provide them a solution. But what I loved about it is that I was going to be able to provide them a solution with the company that I was supporting. So it's been really great because I've have, over, gosh, like about 14 years now in network marketing, and I love it. And I love it for everyone. And I love sharing that with everyone, the gift that we have here today.
Yeah, well, you are such a gift. And I love that you said it was sort of the school of hard knocks because you did start in sales at a young age. And I can definitely relate to that. I think when I was 8 years old, you're talking about trying to get your parents to take you to the playground. I was buying like sheets of beeswax and making like little candles and selling them to the neighbors for like 75 cents. And I had it all worked out, like how I could get more product and all that. I don't know. That was my brain. I literally was born that way. I was like, how can I give this to get that, right? And I think I was naturally brought into sales for that same reason. Just like you started with Hertz. I did automotive, and I was in the automotive industry. I'd sold radiators and AC parts in the West United States for years. Then went into body shop services for big insurance companies. Then from that, of course, I had a background in personal training because I love health and wellness. And my grandfather, who was an internal medicine doctor, died at a young age, and it impacted me so much that I decided to kind of pick up personal training, but I learned so much about human behavior doing that on the side as well. So
Yeah.
did sell a lot of nutritional products during that time too, just never for myself. And I think that's why I got excited, maybe similar to you. I was selling something for other people, for other companies. I was doing a really good job promoting and connecting with people, but doing it for not for me, but for somebody
Mhm.
else. And network marketing, and especially three, gives you that opportunity where you can build out, teams of people, and you can go out and you can share the beautiful opportunity we have to participate in the products and the business, and it's coming back to you. It's you building a team. It's you working collaboratively together with others instead of building someone else's dream, a big conglomerate like J&J, or
Yeah.
mine was 1-800 radiator, thing like that. I was doing
Yeah.
it for myself, and it felt so good to be in control of a skill set that I'd worked so hard on to go out and develop it in a way that it was going to make a difference in other people's world. Sales is not a dirty word for me. I don't know about you. It's not a dirty thing to me at all.
It's
Like, I know
not for
some
me
people are like,
either. I love it. I
yeah.
love every aspect of it. I love helping people find solutions. I feel like we are educating and answering questions that you have. And that's all I see it as. People want to be educated.
I mean, I say it all the time. It's even like on the top of my Facebook page, where there's clarity, there's confidence. And the reason I think I've been successful, and you too, I see you perform this way, you have so much clarity around your purpose and what you're sharing with others and how it can impact their daily life. And you're so confident in it. And that's something that that's probably one of the number one things that people don't always sound like they have clarity or confidence right away, especially because we talk a lot about scripts. We talk a
Yeah.
lot about how to help somebody, invite somebody to take a look at what we do and present and follow up and all of that. It's the basics of sales, right? But doing it in
Yes.
a way that sounds classy, doing it in a way that
Yes.
you have that confidence that you're able to essentially bring on more partners, have better events, and be able to impact more lives when you work with clarity and confidence. And so I want to ask you kind of quickly, if you really feel like, that is there such a thing as getting a bad reputation, like being pushy, salesy, transactional? Is that real? Is that real?
Well, I mean, I think people can feel uncomfortable, right? I would say there could be if you're just blasting off a message, right? And you've heard this statement before, maybe you have, features tell and benefits sell. I think it's about listening to people first, right? Seeing where they're at. Like what are they looking for? Are they looking for health solutions, financial solutions? So I never talk about three in the very beginning. I just talk about what they do. What are their passions? If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing? So I ask like so many questions to get all these layers, deep down to find out. And then it doesn't become that I'm pushing them at that. If that's, I think, where people get standoffish, like I'm just not that interested in that, right? And that's where it becomes like not authentic, or it kind of gets to be a bad name in that regard.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think me personally, I've walked away from certain transactional things that have felt good and haven't felt good. And the ones that always feel good, you feel like that person is listening and they understand exactly what you're looking for, right? So it does take a little bit of time to really be able to ask real questions. I love that there's this one book called The Magic of Asking the Right Questions, and it
Yeah.
talks about finding out and drawing out what's important to them, their why, what's in it for them, right? Because a
Yes.
man against his will is of the same opinion still. So you can know everything even about our product line and how phenomenal it is, and still not be able to help somebody take that leap to ordering and getting those products in their body if they don't feel heard or understood. So that's a really great way to put that. Listening is probably the first thing. And I know education is a big thing for me. I always say we educate, they decide, we support. So instead of pushing or positioning yourself as a guide, when you educate, I I really feel like you empower. So that's why I like to say, like, stop selling and start solving. How can you be a problem solver for that person today in their life? How can you bring something to them that's valuable and allows you to share information and let them make a choice? And so I think that's a big deal too. How do you feel about, there's this saying, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. How do you feel about authenticity, being authentic in your pitch?
Absolutely. That is like number one, right? You really want to be authentic to who you are. You don't ever want to try to come off and be anyone else. I am not Dr. Dan Gubler. I don't want to necessarily, deliver all of that to people. I always tell people I'm not a scientist. I just love to be partnered with someone that knows all about that, right? And so being really authentic because you don't want to fake it and then not be authentic to them. So that's really important because that will right away diminish the trust level in people, right? They'll just completely see right through that, I think.
Mhm. Yeah. I think a big part of authenticity is also respecting a no. And I know for us, we always say no is KNOW. We haven't given them enough value yet to
Yeah,
really say no to us. So we roll them to the back of the list to continue the conversation later, right? But I always
yeah,
feel like a classy seller never burns bridges. You don't burn them. Not a
absolutely.
thing, right?
That's absolutely in this industry. I've had people 5 years later come over to me and then they're ready. And they say, Nicole, I remember when you reached out to me then and I was not ready. I was not in the time, the space, nothing was going on. But you always were just so professional. You always were so polite. You were just kind. And I think that is really important. So knowing that people have timing happening in their life and I like to always keep the door open, right? And what you said, it's like no is KNOW. They don't have the time to really learn about what we have, but we can circle back with them. And to keep that door open is really important because you just never know. And then you don't know who they know, right? That's why you want to be professional because they could actually lead you to someone that is really good, someone that's looking for solutions that we have.
Well, this is a really good point because I have personally seen you gather a lot of referrals. You are like the referral queen. Like, somehow people come back to you because they know that you're the girl who's promoting three. They know that you're the girl who's in her authenticity when it comes to the network marketing business that she's building. They know you're going to do it right. Does that make sense? So when you're
Yeah.
gathering these referrals, um, I just want to kind of maybe weed this in here. And I know this is kind of me
Yeah.
going in a little bit of a roundabout direction.
Sure.
Why do you think so many people feel comfortable coming back and giving you the referral?
Because I feel like what you said at the beginning, I'm confident in my delivery of what I am doing. I am on a mission to build a $300 business in the US market alone. I am here to serve solutions.
300, 300 million. No, I'm
Million.
just,
That's
I
fun.
love
Yeah.
it. That's
Yes.
okay. That's fun. Yeah, 300
Yes.
million. I'm pretty sure. I
Yes,
know
yes. We'll
you've
start
got
there
big goals.
first. Yes, we'll
Okay.
start there first. Okay, 300 million. Oh, that was exciting. Oh, okay.
I was.
So, ooh, I just got the chills. So, I feel like, when you have a posture around that, think about when we're in the meeting with Daniel Piku, think about when, that's the posture that I have that I'm inviting people to take a look at this, inviting them to take a look at what we have. And that's what I think stands, true to what we have here. So it's exciting. And that's what I deliver when I share with people. Mhm.
You're talking about. Sometimes I think too, like, a little bit goes a long way, right? So always thanking them for their time, always showing gratitude. That showing gratitude is classy. It's showing class for someone's time. Thank you so much. I want you to know I respect your time. I want to make sure that this presentation sticks to 30 minutes. We want to get all of your questions answered. I hear you say a lot of that too. I love it because it's
Yeah.
something that I learned as well. So when we're sharing, you know, tips and resources and encouraging pieces, and we want to leave them, in other words, better off than when we found them. Does that make sense? That's
Yeah.
always my goal. How can I give before I ask, right? And I think that's a huge
Yeah.
way to bring a lot of class and integrity to your pitch, to how you're sharing the world of three. Would you agree with that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important. So, we're going to show up to every event, every opportunity, every coffee meeting we have, whether we're in leggings or we're in, jeans or something, or maybe even a little bit more dressed up, just as professional as we can be. And I feel that is something that stands out. I know a lot of the top leaders feel that way too. They are professional in this industry, and I'm learning from all of them. I mean, follow the leader. Who do you gravitate to? Who do you love? I mean, Adrianne, you're phenomenal. I tell my people all the time, I'm like, copy Adrianne. The best copycat wins. And just learning from these other leaders is it's so fantastic to be able to duplicate. And that's really a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I have seen a lot of times too, like if somebody purchases, let's say a pro collection pack, it's our largest pack. I love that product pack. I think it's amazing. It's not hard for me to sell because I see the most value in it. You know,
Yeah,
as far as sales value proposition and what they're getting, and they're basically starting a business with the opportunity to earn 6 and 7 figures for $2,800, right? And
yeah.
they come on board with that. They're eating the overhead. We keep them active, qualified, and commissionable for a year. So to me, I know the benefit of that, but I
Mm.
have had people purchase that pack and come back to me and write me a thank you note. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, thank you so much for helping me see the bigger picture of why I'd want
Yeah.
to do this. So and encouraging me to do the bigger pack as well because they know that it's after the fact it's providing value. So always making the right decision for that person is I think
Yeah.
another a way to go about that. But I see you do that too, right? It's a way to yeah, I mean, and I would it makes it just making an impact, right? And in a short amount of time as you have. That's kind of one thing
Absolutely.
I'm
I
trying to
mean,
do.
I think what you're really saying is that you become the professional that provides the solution and then you give the value behind it. So you show everything out there, but truly, because they trust in you at this point, you've built the trust, then they're going to go ahead and say, that makes the most sense for me. When we're onboarding a doctor's office, when we're onboarding a business or someone that has been in business, the pro collection is just the perfect solution for them. And so that's where they see the value and they say, thank you. Thank you for letting me that. Because what you don't want to do is have someone come on with one product and they didn't know about everything else. Like we have with the most amazing collagen, right? But if I didn't tell you about the kinetic and how that's going to make you feel, that's a disservice, right? So we just lay it out there for them to kind of figure out what solution do they want to tackle first or what, where they want to go.
Well, and I think when you sell with class, it is a ripple effect because you're not just making sales. You're
Right.
sharing something you love,
Yeah.
you're building trust, you're gathering referrals, and you're getting a reputation that you respect people, right? It's
Yeah.
about respect. It's a reputation about respecting people. So I think the takeaway is always if you want long-term success, make people feel heard, valued, and respected. To me, that's selling with class. Would you agree with that as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's really important. I think now more than ever, people need to feel connection and they need to be heard. And people are coming more and more forever, coming to Three International, especially to, with purpose. They want to be joining a community here. And I know I want to build a community of like-minded people that have class, that have heart, right? That are just, driven with the same purpose. But that's the difference, I think, that really we're doing together. And that's important. And when you share that, whether that person joins us or their friend does, we're just letting them know this is who we are. So I already have identified it as a professional organization that I'm part of. And that's in my mindset. I believe in that so wholeheartedly. And so when I communicate it, it becomes very strong. So just keep building that belief. We know we love the products. We know we love the company, right? We know the compensation plan is really great. And if you haven't made too much yet, don't worry. Just keep moving forward. It works. The compensation plan works. But then that belief in you, and that's just over time, you can continually do that.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. You just spoke with such integrity. And I think that's why you always attract people who have high standards and high integrity. And I think that's just it's a testament to who you are that you're leading by example in that way and just walking the walk and talking the talk as well. So and we have talked a lot. So tonight, and I'll put this out there to you guys. Nicole, thank you for being with me. I mean, we've talked about listening educating, being authentic, leading with value, but knowledge without action changes nothing. So I think
Mhm.
we've got a little bit of a challenge for all of our World of Three listening in tonight. This is Empowerment Tuesday. We want you to feel empowered. We want you to get excited about what we shared. So before your head hits the pillow tonight, we want you to reach out to one person with heart, not to pitch, not to push, just to serve. Right? Well, listen to them, encourage them, offer value. We know that when you lead with heart, you build bridges that no sales script ever could. And that's really selling with class as well. So, Nicole, anything you want to share on that? Anything you want to leave our audience with tonight?
No, I love that. And I'm so excited to see many of you this week in Las Vegas at the Leadership Conference. We're so excited for that. And on Zoom as well, too. So you guys were really excited. And thank you, Adrian. What a fun night tonight.
Oh, well, I'm happy to be here with you. I can't wait to see you and give you a big hug in
Yes.
Vegas. Everyone watching as well. So we're looking forward to it. Make sure you guys get to Vegas. We'll see you soon. And, it's just another exciting moment for our company. It's such a pivotal time for us right now. This Leadership the Edge event is phenomenal. So you guys just keep plugging in, stay plugged in, and take action. All right. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Thanks, Nicole. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.